Death is inevitable and a leveler. To some, it signifies the end of all troubles on earth. But besides leaving families emotionally devastated, it also leaves many pockets empty. Ghanaian funerals can be a drain on the purse. Becky Bosomtwe buried her father 2 weeks ago. To finalize the burial and funeral, she came to this conclusion.
It's now expensive to die because recently my father died. I think we buried him 2 weeks ago, and looking at the expenses we have made, it's so much.
The fees are many. Mortuary fees, undertaker fees, hearse fees, casket fees, and many more.
Mortuary fee is so expensive. We paid a lot that I can't put the figure here though. But some of the mortuary fees, I think the government should do something about it. Even the burial space, you have to pay for it. The cement and everything that you use for the burial is expensive.
Daniel Mensah makes caskets for a living. He agrees with Becky. Casket prices have indeed skyrocketed. Daniel says all materials for making coffins have shot up.
Well, materials move here, need to painting, no piano, telewa. And then how we to have been now, and our nay, getting one fair, maybe even needed to know, it did too much. If you're not.
Our Cemetery is one of the cheapest cemeteries in Accra. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly recently increased the burial fees from 600 to 1,000 cedis.
I don't think it is expensive because the 1,000 cedis that you pay, it goes with the space, not just only the space. There is digging. We don't just bury in the quite the earth grade like that. You still need to put in some form of block work inside the grave before we bury. So all these things has a cost.
Florence Kuchi is the director at the Accra Public Health Department. She justifies the increment of burial fees.
Cost of labor, cost of water, cost of cement, and everything goes into it. Depending on how you want to bury will also determine on the amount you are going to pay. So costly is relative, I can say that. Depending on where you are going to bury and the location, that will determine whether. But I can tell you, Awudomi Cemetery is still the costless, the cost-effective place to bury in Accra.
Bernard Kwashi is a gravedigger at Osu Cemetery. He has noticed that the current economic crunch has made it more difficult for families to organize funerals.
For this government burial there, this government spoiled the burial because there was a time people have been not spending money on burial like this, but now, so the government, everything is hardship to do something. So, if God willing and nobody can help you or to support to do the burial, for this government we are in by this time there to bury is very hard.
However, many bereaved families disagree with the AMA. Indeed, the economic situation has made burial more expensive. But would you rather organize a modest funeral, or will you still insist on an expensive, befitting funeral for your loved one who may not even know how much you spent on them? Caleb Mensah's report for JoyNews.